everyone, check it out. This is our loaner car that Tesla just gave us. Our Model X that we have is actually in the shop getting some work done on it right now, so they hooked us up.
Yeah, I know, anytime they can offer you a signature red P90D Model X, it is a win-win, and it is just a stunner, absolute stunner when you take a look at the 22-inch wheels, the red calipers, and you know, it has all the bells and whistles when it comes to what you'd expect from a Model X. Yeah, look at this with a signature marking right there, if you can see it, and the VIN in the 100s, literally one of the first 100 cars or so that came off the line, this particular car. So pretty cool to have this and drive this for a little while. So being the Model X that's fully loaded with a premium package, gives you the auto present doors, and you know, so many people have come to turn it off because they find it annoying that it swings open on approach, but it's smart enough to where if you approach it from the front, it partially opens, you come around the corner, it opens the rest of the way. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And
I actually think it's kind of annoying though, because most of the time I'm carrying my child and I'm going to go put him in here, and this door pops open first, and then he wants to go sit in the front wheel and drive around and doesn't want to get into his car seat. Something that is kind of cool about this car, it's a little bit different configuration than our normal car. It's actually the 7-seat configuration. You can see back there, right now we have the third row down, but you can see there's a seat between our kids. It actually makes me appreciate what we have better. Yeah,
the 6-seater.
The 6-seat, yeah, I like that open floor plan a little bit better.
Oh, absolutely. And the visibility, I mean, again, we have the third row down, but you see that headrest of the middle seat there just stick right up.
We have the perforated seats with this, and they're ventilated, which I'm not actually sure if I like the way that feels, to be honest with you. It's a little odd.
You don't like wind being blown through your legs?
But that comes with the premium package, is that correct?
That does, yeah. The premium package gives you all that. Gives you, of course, the bioweapon defense mode with the HEPA filter in there, and just about everything. You know, headlights turning, the auto present doors, you name it. It goes on and on and on. That takes the price tag of this car up around $150K.
So I can't complain that while our normal Model X that we have is being worked on, that this is what they give us to drive around for a week. It's pretty nice.
So, you know, because this is a signature and such an early build in the first 100 of the cars that came off the line, it's unfinished essentially. So this is the figure ashed wood, the trim that comes with some of the X's, and notice that the cover up here doesn't have it, and even up here it's almost a piano black decor and not the figured ash. So it kind of shows you that Tesla was nowhere ready to fully get these cars out there with, you know, everything that comes with them now when you order the same exact car.
I actually like this red. Normally I'm not a red car person, it's a little too flashy for me, but I think it's kind of like a nice, like, it's more burgundy than like bright red to me.
We're very much non-color preferences with our cars, right? We like the blacks, the whites, the silvers.
This is very true.
But this particular deep maroon burgundy color is kind of a sexy X. You know, some of the things with this very early build that I noticed right away were some of the fit and finish issues, and you know, that's why Consumer Reports came out with the X not having done well in oh, look at this, hello brethren.
You're totally looking at us.
Model S. And some of the things I've noticed with fit and finish, and you know, the early reports of them not being perfected as they came off the line. I mean, look at this, the mirror is obviously, the seams are not together here in the vanity mirror. But you notice the seals on the corners there are kind of all flopped down. There's tremendous wind noise with this car on freeways at high speed, to the point where I was talking to you on Bluetooth and you thought I had the windows down. I said, no, it sounds quite loud in here. And,
I don't know if I would say the windows down, but it sounded muffled.
Yeah, it's very loud in here. You'll see it once we hit 70 or 80 miles an hour on the highway. It gets extremely loud, and that's because Tesla redesigned and put a bulletin out for all the seals around these windows, and RX was able to, you know, get upgraded with that. But this being a loaner, just comes in and goes out, so they really haven't had the opportunity to put this in and swap all the seals out, as it's, you know, no one person's car. Oh, there's a white Model X. all sorts of Tesla days today.
Seriously.
And also the trim on the outside of the car, the edge trim beginning to kind of flop out and fall apart as well next to the Falcon wing. So just little things, but you know, it's an early build, and that's precisely with something as transformative as the X when they first came off the line as this did. Gosh, probably last December, some 13 months ago now. Was definitely susceptible to
Well, you
some
were
of that.
saying also along with that line that we were talking about the perforated seats, that they're not even available anymore. They just took them off.
They just very silently
website.
removed them off the website. Exactly. So, you know, the perforations are interesting in that it gives you that ventilation, but either people didn't, you know, want them, like them, or they didn't hold up to Elon's standards. We saw one at Kim that didn't do so well.
That's true. We were at a Tesla
Showroom.
I was gonna say dealership. But
No,
they're not
don't call it that.
dealerships. At
Negative
a showroom,
connotations.
Exactly. And the one on display actually had the perforated seats, but they were kind of like rubbed off or torn a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, either they didn't do well and people were not interested in them, or they didn't hold up as well. You know, I don't know, but but they're gone. You can't have them anymore on the S or the X.
Or maybe they're doing a redesign and coming out with something new
That's
for
a good
them.
point. Good point. Because a lot of premium cars do give you that option, so maybe that's what they're doing.
But it does go to show that there's always changes going on. The car's constantly getting better.
It's evolving.
Yeah, it's really, really evolving. If you look at this to our Model X and probably, you know, Randy's, there's all kinds of changes that have happened, and you know.
With the S, and I'm sure it translates to the X as well, Elon Musk at one point said they were making, and are still making, up to 10 changes per week on the car, most of which you won't notice. But they're constantly, I mean, the car is just constantly feeding data back, and any service visit like ours, we had a squeaky seat, which was part of the issue that I wanted that resolved, so I took it in, and then they redesigned whatever harnesses keep the seat, you know, more firmly in place, and things along those lines, that they just constantly perfect. So it is fascinating to see, and it's part of the reason why we love the company and support it.
This weekend, we're actually planning to drive up to the mountains of North Carolina, to Highlands area, and if we still have this, we'll get to take this on a little mini road trip and see how it handles. I understand that the range will actually be less.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, we've got the 22-inch wheels in this car. It's a performance as well, and we're going off a route where there are no superchargers, and our cabin we're staying at, we're just going to plug it into a wall outlet, so it'll be very snail's pace charging. So we'll be pushing the charge limits all the way up to what it takes.
Stay tuned. So one of the requests we get most often is to make more videos. What we've done is set up a Patreon account, the link's below, and we've put a couple items on there that will help us make more videos, get them out faster. One of the things that we want is to be able to put another GoPro right here, get better angles, and just make our videos better for you guys. So if you enjoy our videos and you want us to make more, check out the link below. Also, our referral link is in there. So if you're in the market for a Tesla, use our link. Thank you.